Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to dive deep into Barbara O'Neill's teachings on how to handle some really common and, let's be honest, really annoying digestive issues like acidity, heartburn, and gas. We're going to break down her framework for getting to the root cause and walk through the natural solutions she champions. So here's what we've got lined up. First, we'll pinpoint the problem. Then, we'll dig into what O'Neill says are the real root causes. After that, we'll get into the good stuff, her remedies, both internal and applied. We'll also cover the lifestyle principles that make it all work, and wrap up with the big idea, how to become your own health detective. All right, let's kick things off by really nailing down the problem. Because for so many of us, the symptoms we're about to talk about aren't just a once-in-a-while thing. They're a frustrating part of everyday life.
So, does this sound familiar? That constant bloating after meals, the burn of heartburn creeping up your chest, the general discomfort of gas. You know, these things are incredibly common, but Barbara O'Neill's whole argument is that we've got to stop thinking of them as normal. She sees them as clear distress signals from your body, pointing to a much deeper imbalance.
So what's actually causing all this trouble? Well, according to O'Neill, it goes way deeper than just that slice of pizza you had for lunch. Her diagnosis points to a fundamental breakdown in your body's first line of defense.
O'Neill often calls the stomach the engine room of the body, and the MVP in that engine room? Hydrochloric acid, or HCl. Its job is absolutely critical. It doesn't just break down proteins, it acts like a bouncer, sterilizing everything that comes in and taking out any harmful microbes. And she says that having low HCl is one of the main culprits behind all that digestive distress.
And here you can really see the chain reaction she describes. It can start with something as simple as chronic dehydration or stress. That compromises your body's ability to make enough strong HCl. When that defense is down, food doesn't get broken down properly. This lets nasty microbes like yeast and fungi survive the stomach and set up shop in your gut. And what do? They start fermenting all that undigested food. The result? You guessed it. Gas, bloating, and that acidic feeling.
And it doesn't stop with just low stomach acid. She points to a few other related issues that add fuel to the fire. A diet high in refined sugar is a huge one, because that's literally the favorite food for the fungi causing all that fermentation. She also talks about possible parasitic infections causing chaos, and an overworked liver that's just too bogged down with toxins to help out with digestion the way it's supposed to.
Okay, now that we've kind of diagnosed the problem, let's get to the good stuff, the solutions. O'Neill's first line of attack is all about healing from the inside out, using food as your own personal, internal pharmacy.
So her plan of attack on the food front is really a two-part strategy, and it's brilliant in its simplicity. You have to starve the little microbes that are causing all the trouble. So first, you cut off their food supply. That means no more sugar in any form and no more yeast. At the same time, you start fighting back with foods that are naturally antifungal and help your gut heal. Things like garlic, onions, lemons, and lots of high-fiber veggies.
And this quote right here, it pretty much sums up her entire dietary philosophy. If you want to stop that cycle of fermentation, gas, and bloating, you have to stop feeding the organisms that are causing it. It really is that direct.
Now this is fascinating. It's all about hydration, but maybe not in the way you think. O'Neill argues you can drink water all day long and still be dehydrated on a cellular level if you're missing minerals. So her protocol is simple. Put one tiny crystal of unrefined Celtic salt on your tongue, let it dissolve, and then drink your glass of water. Those minerals, especially magnesium, get absorbed and act like a key that unlocks your cells, pulling the water right inside. And that cellular hydration is absolutely vital for energy and, to bring it all full circle, for producing that strong hydrochloric acid we were talking about.
All right, so we've covered the internal pharmacy. Now let's look at O'Neill's external toolkit. These are actual physical remedies you can apply to the outside of your body to help all that healing that's happening on the inside. O'Neill is a huge fan of the castor oil pack, and for good reason. Castor oil has this incredible ability to penetrate deep into your tissues. So when you apply it with heat over your abdomen or your liver, it helps stimulate the lymphatic system, which is kind of like your body's garbage disposal service. It helps draw out inflammation and toxins from your digestive organs, giving you targeted relief and support right where you need it most.
And it's not just castor oil, which is pretty amazing. Look at this. All these simple things you probably have in your kitchen can become powerful healing tools. A poultice of grated ginger can literally pull deep inflammation out of a sore joint. An onion poultice on your chest can help draw out fluid and break up congestion. Each one works by drawing something out, whether it's heat, fluid, or toxins, to help the body's own healing effort.
Okay, this is so important. All these remedies we've talked about, the diet, the poultices, they don't work in a vacuum. They're most powerful when they're built on a solid foundation of a healthy lifestyle. You have to create the right conditions for your body to heal.
She calls these the 8 non-negotiables. They're the basic conditions your body absolutely requires to fire up its own incredible built-in healing systems. Things like fresh air, getting some sun, getting enough rest, moving your body, proper hydration. These aren't just nice ideas. In her view, they are the fundamental laws that govern a healthy body.
And this quote right here gets to the very heart of all her teachings. The whole idea is that wellness is your body's default setting. Our job isn't to force it to heal, but just to get out of the way, remove the obstacles, and give the body the right environment to do what it already knows how to do.
And that brings us to the final and, honestly, probably the most important piece of this whole puzzle. O'Neill's approach isn't just about giving you recipes. It's about empowering you with the knowledge to investigate your own health. It's about becoming your own detective.
So here's the big mind shift she's asking for. Instead of seeing sickness as some random accident or just bad luck, see it as a logical, planned response from your body telling you that some of its laws are being broken. And that's where the power shifts back to you. Your job is to stop just treating the symptoms and start playing detective to find and stop whatever is interrupting your body's natural state of health.
And so, we'll leave you with this final question to think about. It's a really powerful way to reframe things. Instead of asking, what can I take for this heartburn? The new question becomes, what am I doing in my daily life that might be interrupting my body's natural plan to be well? That shift in perspective, well, that's the real first step toward lasting change.